What I look for in music is something that evolved over time. When you're always digging and when you're always listening to music, you start to narrow down kind of the feeling that belongs to you in a way, you know, as a selector. I could not really write down what it is, but it's just a feeling that I search for, and I can find it in any type of music. You know, it's genreless basically. There used to be this situation with record stores that it was quite, people feel a little bit of pressure. But that's also something why we opened up the store back in '97, is we wanted to take that feeling away, wanted to make it like more comfortable. They bring information as well, and we learn from that. So I think that's the positive thing from record stores, is that you have interaction with the people that buy music at the store, but also bring their knowledge to the store. And this interaction is something that we also look for here. One thing that got me into music, or helped me into getting music, was my brother. He was working in clubs already, and he was playing that house music from his room, and I was always thinking like, what is this sound? At some point I also went to these clubs, and then I heard the music loud, and that is, I think, the moment where I got really into it. I also started working in that club that he was working in, and this gave me a chance to be in clubs like every week, not spending any money, but just listening. And in this club, you had a lot of people from the US, like Carl Gregg or Daryl Wynn, Alton Miller. A lot of these people, these classic guys, were DJing there, so I would hear them like every week. And this really influenced me. And soon after, I obviously wanted to DJ. So I was always asking, when can I DJ, when can I DJ? And yeah, and they let me DJ once in a while, and this is how things moved on. Next to the store, we are also running a distribution wing. And back in the 90s, in the late 90s, when we set up our distribution wing, it was basically the only way for people to get their music outside of Holland. When people came in, they say, hey, I made this tune and I want to release it. Basically, we pressed 500 or 1,000 records. And then we were able to send them to distributors all over the world. And this was kind of like an export channel for local musicians. Soon after, international musicians also wanted to join us. And this became this international community of artists and labels that were using our hub to spread their music into the world. When we opened the store, we were quite young, and we also just wanted to DJ. And to become a DJ in this city was quite hard because there were not so many clubs. And there was kind of a gap because house music was pretty progressive in Amsterdam at that time, and we liked it more soulful. So we were also looking backwards into what has been created before, going back into disco, going back into American soul music. Listening to American funk music. You know, there was not really a place in Amsterdam where you could listen to that music. So the promoter from the Paradiso venue that was shopping in our shop, he was like, hey, let's try to set something up like that. And obviously for us it was kind of like a way to start DJing in this city. So we set up a monthly residency, and we started bringing in DJs from the US, DJs from the UK. And we created a night which was called Paradisco 2000. And that was kind of like our night with our music in this city. I think we are in business for over 25 years now, because everybody who works here do it with passion. We basically don't have any other things on our agenda, you know, this is just what we do. We like to dig for records, we like to speak with musicians and labels. I get that question a lot, like, okay, what's next? But for us, there is not really a next. We're just trying to enjoy what we're doing in the moment, and that, I think, is also what the music is about.